Bro, I really gotta figure out something with my hair or something. Holy. Okay, so the last time I made a video like this was actually 2 years ago. I did this on my birthday as well when I turned 20, I think, because going from 19 to 20 is so crazy. And honestly, going from 21 to 22 isn't so bad, but I made basically a 1 hour long video where I talked about my life, my philosophy, the way I viewed things, my random thoughts, pretty much anything you could think of, right? And I'm about to turn 22. Actually, believe it or not, in exactly 1 minute. It is 11:59. I know this camera isn't gonna focus. Oh, it actually focused. That's crazy. Whenever I use this on Discord, it literally never does, dude. But in 1 minute, exactly, or I guess less than 1 minute now, I turned 22, and I figured this would be a pretty good opportunity to, well, talk about life, I guess, talk about what I'm doing, what I'm up to, how things have been in the last year, 2 years, however long, and just I don't know, maybe do a tour at the end. God damn it, dude! Holy shit! You know, I really want to do this video with no edits, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I really want to do this with no edits. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have nothing planned for this. I have no idea what I'm doing, but you know, sometimes I feel like sometimes when you talk and you get into whatever you want to talk about, you kind of find a groove, and it's like at first it's hard to talk, but then once you find that groove, it gets a lot easier, and then suddenly like time is flying and everything is smooth like butter, and I don't know, it's just really easy. Anyways, damn, that's crazy. August 9th. August 9th, dude. That's my birthday. That's my B-day. I'm officially 22 years old. No way. All right, here we go, dude. Let's get the show on the road. It's so funny, dude, because I always do shit last minute too. Like, I remember, or no, not always, but usually, when I did this 2 years ago, I recorded it an hour before my birthday, so at 11 p.m. or so is when I pressed the record button, and then right at the end of the 1 hour long video, is when I turned 20, which is crazy, because I did not feel like I was 20 years old. I felt like I was 15. And I think I pretty much was a 15 year old. But this time it's different. This time I actually I feel like like okay, I'm 22. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe I'll get into it later, but I feel 22. And if you're wondering, by the way, why, if you look on my channel, you can actually find that birthday video, and it's for a couple of reasons. Number one, I'm almost completely naked. I'm only wearing boxers, and I didn't make that video to be uploaded on YouTube, actually. I made that video just for me, and I only ever shared it with one other person, a very close friend of mine. And anyways, I'm only wearing my boxers, and you might be wondering why the hell did I do that? And the reason why is because I wanted to compare my physique to, I don't know, what I was like when I was 19 or 20, I guess. So yeah, I wasn't wearing any boxers or any clothing other than boxers in that life update video. But this time I was like, you know what? I want to make something public and still a way to look back on, but also like multi-purpose, a way to look back on, a way to update whoever is curious, I guess, whatever friends, family, random ass internet people want to know what the hell is going on with me, what I'm doing. I made sure to wear a shirt this time, that's for sure, and pants, so there's no need to be worried about that. Anyways, I've been rambling for 3 minutes now, so let's actually talk about some things. Yeah, it's August. I've been living where I am right now for about 10 months now. I thought I had a 12-month lease, but I actually have an 11-month lease, which ends at the end of this month. So at the end of this month, I'm actually going to be moving. I still don't know where I'm going. Actually, I know I'm going to LA for at least a month, so I am going to LA next month for a month, but after that, I'm not really sure. Wow. You know, this year's been kind of crazy. I feel like everyone says that every year, and every year is crazy, and I think it's true. It definitely isn't as crazy as last year, because last year was just like objective survive, and luckily I haven't really had to worry as much yet about that this year. But this year has still been crazy. See, last year was really crazy due to physical conditions and living conditions and things like that. But this year, also mentally difficult, but this year is crazy. I feel like not because of my physical living conditions, but because mentally where I am, where I was at, and how quickly I feel like I've changed and grown so much in the last 12 months since I've been 21. Um, yeah, so I don't know what I should do because, like I said, I'm not planning any of this. So thinking of how I want to do this, I guess we could start with moving here. So when I was 21, I don't want to get too personal. I want to get personal, but there's also a lot of details that involve other people, and I don't want to get other people too directly involved. But how do I say this? My goal when I came to where I'm living, where I am right now, I'm in California, by the way. I was in mostly San Francisco area last year. This year, I'm Central California, not really in a big town or city, but I'm Central Cali. And my goal when living here was basically after everything that happened last year, things moving at 100 miles per hour, I didn't really have any time to chill. I wanted to basically chill for a year and figure out more what I wanted to do. Um, Take things more slow, take things not still work hard, but still take things at an easier pace. Figure out what my life philosophies are, what my values are. Also grow a bit as a person. Have some new experiences, all that yada yada yada. I mean, pretty much, I feel like that's what probably a lot of people, most people are always constantly doing. But again, I feel like last year I was like barely getting by, so I didn't really have a lot on my mind other than just like working and money, I guess. Uh, but yeah, I feel like this year, for me, if I had to use like one word to describe 21 to 22, would be growth. Now, the way I am as a person, my philosophies, I've always been a very growth central person. Like, I've always had a very large emphasis on growth as a person. But I feel like this year things really turned up a notch, and I really like doubled down on things that are important to me and also like self discovery, I guess you could say, because I I don't know. There's also just there's so much shoot. I keep on pausing because it's like where do I start? Because it's like there's experiencing love for the first time on a certain to a certain extent. There's like questioning my core values, other people's values, and figuring out what's really important to me, what kind of life I want to lead. Maybe I should start with that actually. So this is actually more recent. This isn't like recent months, not really towards the beginning of the year. Because towards the beginning of the year, I was happy to have a roof under my head and live like basically much more comfortably than I was before, and feel secure because also basically last year I didn't really have a home, or like I no matter where I was, I was basically always moving. Everyone who knows me knows this, but I'm gonna tell it anyways because I know that there are people who might watch this who don't know anything about me and what happened last year. But basically, I was broke. I was moving around all the time. I didn't live in one place for longer than 2 or 3 months. Last year, I was always moving, and there was always circumstances that like basically caused me to move, or like contracts I was under that always forced me to move. Like for example, last year in one of the locations I was living at, I was actually planning to stay there for a decent amount of time because I liked it there and I really liked the living conditions in like the house I was with. But then suddenly like I woke up to reality. The landlord wanted to sell his house because at the time around last year, April, May ish, there was fear of another kind of mini house collapse similar to 2007. So the landlord wanted to sell his house and he was like, sorry to me and the other guy living there, like you guys gotta leave. And I was like, well shit, I guess I gotta look for another home. And that happened kind of a couple of times basically. And then, anyways, when I got here, I locked myself into an official. Also, everything was kind of under the counter, so like nothing really official. There wasn't really contracts because the way did things and was basically through Craigslist is like I would literally just like find random ass people on the internet for housing. But this time I was locked in a 12 month or I guess 11 month contract, and see, it's a really nice feeling when you know that for like a year basically like you're under a legal contract where you know you have a home. It's like there's a lot of things in basically the last 2 years that I took for granted for most of my life that I just really started appreciating, and like a lot of it just has been simple things. Like the biggest things are honestly just like having a home, and this is all right. Here are two things people take for granted that are actually amazing tools that like I value so much now: a fridge slash freezer and a washer slash dryer. Those are two things that, like, oh my god, they're expensive and you use them all the time every day, and it's like without them it's just so hard. And like when you're always moving, it could be like annoying to, because like you're not going to carry a washer slash dryer or fridge with you all the time. So like those are two things that I really really value now. And even now, luckily I have access to a really nice fridge slash freezer thanks to the person I'm living with. And but like I don't really have a washer slash dryer. So fun fact, I do actually wash and dry my hands by clothes, yeah, by hand, which I don't even really mind that much. It's like there's a lot of little things that like I don't really mind doing, or at least for now, it's like washing slash drying clothes by hand. I've kind of learned to. It's not like I enjoy doing it, but rather I I'm so bad at English, bro. I need to like write more and read books so that I like expand my vocabulary. But I learned to appreciate it, and I learned to enjoy the lifestyle of just I don't know, I guess doing things the old-fashioned way. And it really isn't so bad. And I feel like also the thing is, it forces you to, certain things you do force you, like whenever you're forced to do a routine because of the living conditions, I feel like it kind of helps get you into good habits. And okay, by the way, I'm gonna keep going off on tangents because that's just how I am as a person, and also because like I don't know, it just, it makes things easier for me. And yeah, I can, this is my video, so I can do whatever I want. But um as a side note, okay, side tangent, because I just thought of it, because I don't know, I remind myself of it, dude. I feel like um I feel like this is another thing I learned. I had a lot of free time, like for a solid like half a year. Basically half a year I had a lot of free time. I worked and like I did some things on the side, the main one being day trading. Um but other than that, I was pretty much at home all day, not really doing shit and going out, anything like that. And one thing I learned is I used to think I wanted all the free time in the world, and I've always valued time, but I really value time, especially for a minute while living here, because I thought if I had free time, it means I could basically relax and have fun all day. And I didn't really appreciate. Oh, this is also one of the ways I feel like I've changed in a person so much while living here is I've shifted away from because for some reason I've always hated like the idea of working hard, or like not I've hated it, but I feared it, or rather maybe my experiences it were negative, or whenever I thought working hard, I thought of certain things that I didn't enjoy. But like basically, I had all this free time, and I was like, let's go! I can like play with my friends, have fun online, like I don't know, be degenerate to watch anime, do whatever the hell I want all day, like just stay at home. And I thought that was why free time is good. But I I feel like one of the ways my values have changed, and I've grown in a person, is now I really enjoy working. And I don't mean working like a job, although fun fact, I do have a job, and I don't mind being public about this. Since I work, basically I work at Starbucks. I do have a job, but I don't mean I enjoy working like working at Starbucks, but rather I enjoy I enjoy working on things that I really care about, and I really enjoy learning new things. I really hope I don't sound too narcissistic in this video, and I know I will at times. And by the way, as a side note, I believe you have to be a bit of a narcissist to be really good at things, and be very skillful at certain things. And I don't know, I feel like I'm not a narcissist. At least I don't think I am. But and I hope I don't sound too narcissistic. Fuck, dude, I forgot what I was talking about again. God damn it. Uh, um, working. Oh yeah, so I think I was talking about working hard or something. I think it's good to. So anyway, you know what? I'm just gonna backtrack just because I completely lost track. I'm gonna be honest. This is hard. You know, I was thinking when I made this video that I wanted to have a friend or someone I know talk with me while making it, or not talk with me, but rather just somebody in the call while I'm recording this with me to kind of bounce my ideas off of. Because I feel like when you have somebody with you when you're talking about things or talking on a deeper level rather than just casual conversation, it's really nice to have kind of like a second opinion or someone to kind of chime in, or I don't know. I just feel like having another person there is just really beneficial for multiple reasons. Anyways, I think having too much time is actually bad. And it really or it, not only is it bad having too much time, like not having too much time, but not doing anything with that time, but it really, really challenges your mental, especially if you don't have any friends in real life and you don't have a lot of stimulation, um, dopamine, healthy sources of dopamine, and like a healthy social life. Because I feel like this is something I've especially experienced. When you have too much free time, the thing is, it's very dangerous. And like I said, I think it really tests your mental health if you don't have any friends. Because especially if you're someone who I think is a deep thinker, which I consider myself. Again, I don't want to sound like a narcissist, but I do think a lot, and I don't fear exploring basically any topic in my mind. So deep, I will think deep, and I also get in my own head really easily. So like, I feel like if you're a deep thinker and you're a fairly intelligent person, maybe not by most people's standards, or like I don't know, but I feel like if you get into your head easily and you think deeply and you have all the free time in the world, it's like it can be dangerous, and it can be you can make yourself feel really shitty basically. And especially if you're always comparing yourself to others. So basically, I started working at Starbucks. Do I want to talk about why? Ah, fuck it, dude. I don't care. Um, I ended up working at Starbucks back at the end of March, April. I think right at the end of April, early May. I'd worked at Starbucks basically last year, and I didn't need to for a minute, so I quit. But then, like about 10 months later, I ended up working at Starbucks. I guess this goes back a little bit into my romantic or love life, but at the time I was in a long distance relationship with this girl, and yeah, we spent a lot of time together, and I really enjoyed spending time with her and doing things with her. And one of the things, and we talked about a lot of different things, and one of the things was that obviously, if you're in a long distance relationship, you want to be able to see each other physically. So we talked a bit about that, and I thought it would be a really great idea, basically, if she came to where I was, because although I didn't mind visiting her, I thought there would be more opportunities, and just logically in my head, given the circumstances as well, if she came here, I thought it would be really fun, and I did a bit of planning for a trip, and I want to do a road trip, basically, all around California, and I want to do a lot of things. I want to stay at hotels. I want to take her out to the fanciest restaurants, stay in the nicest hotels, do a lot of different things that obviously go to Disney, do things that required a lot of money. And at the time, I was also trading, and I did have some money, but the issue is I didn't want to just spend all the money I was making, because I it was I don't want to, I guess snowballing is maybe the right word. I had it in my brokerage accounts, and it's like if I just spend it all, then all my hard work throughout that year was kind of for nothing, right? And I want to keep it, like, because it's exponential, right? I want to keep it going. So I was like, okay, if I want to be able to afford this trip, I'm gonna get a job so that like I can give you the best possible experience when you come. So I decided to go back to Starbucks, and so yeah, unfortunately, that trip didn't end up happening, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I'd be making this video, because turning 22 alone in California, because I thought that she would be here at the time during my birthday. But anyways, it's whatever. It ended up not being too bad, because that job was actually beneficial for me in more reasons, in more ways than one, and not just the money, but rather, I feel like when you have a job, or you have a responsibility, or like some kind of work, and it forces you into a certain routine, it really it helps you, it builds habits on you, and I feel like it builds good habits, and if you recognize that and you're able to use it, you can use that to really grow your life, if that makes sense. And I know I'm sound probably all over the place, but earlier when I was talking about having too much free time, which is what I had for like a solid 6 months, and I wasn't really doing anything. Well, I mean, I still was. I was like day trading and watching the market, which is I could go. I'm not gonna go too deep into that just because that's not what this video is about. But I was really studying the stock market and technical analysis and things like that. And I was talking with a lot of people, and pretty much every day I would basically wake up and watch the market. Sometimes from pre-market to post-market, which is like what 4 a.m. to 5 p.m. So 13 hours, something like that, every single day for a period of time. So I don't want to make it sound like I was doing nothing all day, but I was playing a lot of games. I was streaming a lot too. I think I know I did have a 50-hour stream straight, like literally over 2 days of just streaming straight. That was really fun. So I was still doing things that I was still trying to work hard in the way that I at least thought was working hard, but like I was at home all day, and at the same time, like I was juggling all these thoughts in my head and these things that were troubling me. And by getting a job, it forced me to interact more with the outside world, and well, one, helped me grow in terms of like social life, social intelligence and all that, but it helped build good habits in me. And because I feel like probably sound like a broken record, dude. Let's talk about something else after this or in a minute. But I don't know, dude. This year has just been uh I really should have written this down. I wish I would have planned this out more. But like my dumbass, dude, I was in a Discord call with my friends, and like I knew I wanted to do this some days earlier. I was like, I want to make a video about like my year in review. And then I just kind of I thought about it, but then I didn't actually plan it out, and now here I am like completely unprepared. Fuck. But yeah, anyways, so I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of bad things happened, a lot of good things, but I mean that's okay, and that's just life. And one thing I've kind of learned is like embracing all those experiences, all those things that happened to you. And I don't want to say I've adopted a complete stoic philosophy, but I feel like the way I feel like I used to have a lot of emotional and physical attachments to a lot of things, like not just to people, but also just physically. As a side note, low key, dude, I used to be a hoarder. Okay, looking at my room, it kind of does look like a hoarder. I'm not gonna lie. I want to give you guys a room tour later. Like you see all these cards, which are graded Pokemon cards, by the way, manga and prints on the wall. But just so you guys know, that's like all the physical possessions I have, other than like essentials. All I have are cards and art. I swear to God, it's like basically just a bit of Japanese culture, and that's it. I used to have these huge ass boxes. All right, let me backtrack before I go too far into talking about my art that I love so much. Um, uh, oh yeah, so Stoic philosophy. Um, I've really, I used to be really attached to people, things, places. Like I used to hate ending. I like almost. I feel like I'm pretty good when it comes to friendships and them lasting a long time. I think I've only had like a few friendships, like long-term friendships that have ever ended. I can only really think of one, to be honest. But I used to hate that pain, and I used to really basically fear losing people, losing things, losing people, using anything. But I've kind of learned to embrace change, in that life is always changing. People are always changing. People come and go. I talk about this with some other people sometimes. But life is not constant. Everything is always changing. People are changing. The world is changing. Everything is always changing. And the sooner you accept that, basically, the more fun life will be. Um, and also living in the moment. And I'm not just saying you shouldn't worry about the future, and I'm not saying you should be a dumbass and just party, have fun all day. But what I'm saying is that um, if shit happens basically. And sometimes there's nothing you could do about it, and you just have to say, oh well, smile, laugh, wave, whatever, and just like go next, keep moving forward. Because yeah, that's just how life is. Life is unpredictable. There's always going to be things that are out of your control that happen. And another thing is, I would always blame myself for everything that happened. And because I'm someone who really, who, I don't know, takes things hard on myself. Um, I don't know. I don't want to sound like too narcissistic, but like if something happened to someone, I would blame it on me, or like if someone would feel sad, I would feel shitty, like my day would be ruined as a result. But I've kind of adopted this slightly stoic philosophy, which is like physical things are just physical things. And also this goes hand in hand with my values, which by the way, my main value is, I'm not sure if I want to say is or are, because I don't know if it's one thing. I guess you could say my main value is creating memories with those I care about. I think I could say that pretty confidently. And I realized that like, um, dang dude, this is like really this is really hard to do by myself, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I've never done this before, so it's hard to really say. Okay, let me think. So I've taken on a slightly more stoic philosophy in terms of if something good happens to me, I'll be really happy and I'll enjoy it. But if something bad happens to me, then okay, that's all right. It's not the end of the world. I'll survive. I'll live another day, and more good things can still come. Um, and like anyone who's really close with me and is really good friends with me knows that I used to be someone who would always actively seek out others, and I'd always be the first to basically I'd always be messaging other people and reaching out to other people. But now it's not that I don't talk, I don't reach out to people anymore, but rather it's like it goes hand in hand with what I was saying earlier, which is like if something good happens to me, or if somebody asks me to do something, or like go out or play a game with them, it's like yeah, I'll probably say yes and I'll enjoy it. But like if it doesn't work out, also, or if they don't ask me, it's like I'll survive, or I'll continue working what I'm working on, or do what I want to do. You know, like um, I don't know. I just feel like creating too many expectations for yourself and for other people will just oftentimes disappoint you in the end. And I feel like that's just one of the life realities. Just like you can't think too highly of anything or anyone. You can't set your expectations too high, and I feel like it just makes things a lot easier. Uh, oh yeah, okay. Next side thing. I don't care. I'm jumping all over the place. Facades, dude. I One of the other things that I've learned to realize in this last year is like I used to think like I still think I am probably kind of innocent, but have a lot of innocence. But one of the I really don't think I do anymore or as much. But it's like god damn it, dude. I'm so bad at this. What was I gonna say? Um, Basically the entire world is disingenuous. I think that's the best way to put it. It's like it's very difficult, I think, to actually find genuineness in today's day and age. It's like people, places, things, pretty much everything you could think of, most of it is all disingenuous. And one of the things that I really value now is genuineness. Real honest people. I think in my opinion, and I'm not really, also side note, I'm not really saying that this is a bad thing or I hate that people do this, because I feel like you kind of have to pull a facade in today's day and age, and it's extremely beneficial for you because of the way we are wired as humans and the way we judge other people. But the world is just very disingenuous, and if you think that like oh if and you know, side note again, another reason why I'm making this video, um, if my philosophy changes again in a year, a week, a month, 5 years, 10 years, then so be it. But this is just my current philosophy, and that's also why I'm making this video, so that I can look back whenever I feel like it, a year, 5, 10 years from now, and say like, oh, I don't think that anymore, or like I still stand by that. But like one of the things that I think right now is like most of the world is very disingenuous, very fake, and people they just they're very disingenuous, just how it is. And again, I'm not really mad or too mad or upset about it, and it's something I've accepted months and months and months ago. But it's just basically life isn't a fairy tale, and it's basically in your best interest. It's extremely in your interest to do certain things which seem very bad, right? It's like it's in your best interest to pull a facade. It's in your interest to never make hard commitments, which is something I kind of learned with my ex. It's in your best interest to keep people at bay, but it's also in your interest to draw people in because you never know how those people can benefit you. But like, it's so cringe, dude. It's just like that's why I really, really value my close friends, my small like inner circle. Not just my small inner circle, but people that I feel are genuine and real and honest. Um, because I don't know, dude. People be scheming. People be using you. People will seem like they're your friends. And I'm not saying don't trust anyone. I don't want to be paranoid because I hate people who are paranoid. But um, it's just like people can pull 360s, 180s, hold their I don't know, put their back, whatever the saying is, turn their back on you whenever you feel like. And I feel like the people that you known for months, preferably years, that have always been by your side and have always been there when you needed them, you need to make sure you take good care of those people because those are the people that will help you in your darkest days, will pick you up when you've fallen down, and they are priceless and the most invaluable, more valuable than anything. I think I can say this with confidence, more valuable than anything I could ever own. More value than all the money in the world, like a mansion, uh, infinite riches, billions of dollars. Like, I'm not even joking, dude, but a good friend or a good circle that you know will be there for you, you know is genuine, honest. I think that that is priceless. I would rather be broke and have good people I know that I can count on, trust, turn to, spend time with, be happy with, than be rich and not have any friends at all and just surrounded by dishonest people. I think that's a result of a few different things. I think that's a result of negative experiences and things that have happened to me, but I also think it's a result of positive experiences and also looking back and realizing that the happiest moments in my life were when I was spending time with the people I really cared about. And again, um, it's one of the ways that I feel like I've grown. And I feel like in the last 3, 4, 5 months, there was a week or two where I didn't really talk to anybody. I just like went to work, and there was a week where I literally just sat down and did nothing but like literally just question my philosophies, what's important to me, and my values. And I feel like I would literally, I'm not even joking, I would like sit on my bed like right there or just lie down and just like, dude, I'll literally give you a POV. This is POV me for like a week back in like early June or something. Is I would literally just like lie here and like think to myself like, dude, what the hell is life? What do I care about? What's important to me? What do I want to do? And that's basically how I came to the conclusion that I want to lead a life of making memories, which, by the way, is why one of the pretty much the main reason why this channel exists is I want to lead a life of spending time with the people I care about and creating memories. But I mean, there's other things I care about too, like making people happy is one of them, and inspiring people is another one of them. But one of the main things is just like I don't know, because dude, I used to like I realized I questioned a lot of my values, and I realized that a lot of values I have weren't things that came from me, but came from other people. And one of the things that was I'm so bad at English, dude. This is embarrassing. One of the values I realized I had due to society or other people was money. Not in terms of like I'm not saying oh I hate money or whatever. But I realized that I didn't really care. Like I had all these physical possessions, not physical possessions. I make it sound like I'm rich. I'm literally broke, bro. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not broke, but like I realized that there are all these things that I thought I cared about, but not that I cared about them, but because other people cared about them. And like, dude, I fucking went into a maze again, and I have no idea where I am in that maze. Let me just think for a second, dude. I love my art. Every time I like, because I just took a second to like lean back, and then I just look on my wall, and I'm just like, damn, I'm so happy. Can I just go off for a second? I'm so happy I put these prints up. I was scared about putting these prints up, like, because I wanted them to be protected, and I wanted every single one of them to be framed, or at least the ones that I put on the wall, because I didn't want them to get damaged. And then one day, dude, basically when I was going through this phase of change or whatever, and realizing what was important to me and what I cared about, I realized also, like, don't wait for things, just do them. Like, I also really value speed now, by the way, just doing things. If you feel like doing something, just do it. Like, don't wait, literally just do it, dude. I was like, no, I care about art, because like I feel like a lot of times there's things that I want to do, and I feel like I have to have all this preparation to do them, whether it's mental preparation or physical preparation, or for there to be the right conditions. It's like, no, dude, you just have to do it. It's like, I love my art and my prints that I have, and they're like one of my, I don't know, one of my passions, one of my values. So I want to be able to enjoy them, right? I'm not going to wait for the perfect conditions, for the right room or the right frames or whatever. It's like, I'm just going to put them on the wall because they make me happy, dude. And again, I'm also mentioning this because it kind of ties into the person I am and the way I do things. It's like, I really love, there's some things that I really love. Art is one of them. So, yeah, I just put them up, dude, because they make me happy. And every time, no matter which wall I'm looking at, it's pretty amazing. The wall in front of me, which you guys can't see, but maybe I'll show you later. Maybe I'll switch to my phone and like edit it in. Because I did get a new phone. I had a Note 8 for I believe 7 years, and yeah, it was time to get a new phone, dude. That thing was falling apart. I got an S23 Ultra, and I've only used the camera a couple times, but I'm sure it has an amazing camera. Anyways, I have prints on this side of the wall, prints on this side, that side, all four sides, dude, surrounded by art. And you know, it's so inspiring to just look around my room and just, I don't know, it's like, wow, dude, people are amazing. The things people can make, what people can do, it's like fucking crazy to me, bro. Like, wow. And it just makes me happy because it's not just art too, it's art of the things I care about. So it just goes hand in hand. It's just amazing to me. And then I also have my cards, which, fun fact is, see, the cards are basically like just more art to me, except in the form of like Pokemon, which is a franchise, obviously, but a franchise that I care about and which has lots of value to me. But yeah, it's basically just more art. Those cards over here. You know what? Let me grab one of them that I think is cool. So this Glaceon one. Wow, I'm getting so distracted, dude. This is supposed to be a life video, but here we are. Dude, this is one of my favorite cards. I have a lot of winter slash nature themed cards because I think that they're really cool. They're all PSA 10s, by the way. So I collect Japanese cards because of a couple of reasons. One, the print quality, the ink, everything. I mean, it's superior in any collector knows what I'm about to say, but Japanese cards, they're literally just like physically superior in terms of make and a model. But I also just think the rainbow background is cool, dude. Like, that shit is fucking sick. Why don't they do that in English? And also the silver borders, but now Gen 9 they do silver borders. But anyways, dude, I really like this Glaceon. It's a sick ass card. These are all pretty much full art slash alt arts. Dude, one of my regrets is I wish I would have made more physical friends, because I'm leaving here soon, and you know, maybe I'll end up inviting some people over. But I wish I would have been able to show more people my room, dude. Not because I only want to talk about myself, but because I think I know some other people, or I think I'd be able to also find some other people who might also value and appreciate it, and who would be able to enjoy looking at them or talking about it with me. Yeah, I really I really admire what people are able to do, and not just in the form of art, by the way, but it could be anything, dude. I there's this saying that's like everything is art, and I actually really believe in that. I really think that that's true. I really do think anything could be. I mean, think about it. Cooking, Like obviously art itself, painting, but like I don't know, dude. Making a coffee, a difficult drink, making a meal, making I don't know, dude. Like girls doing their makeup, like anything can be an art form, dude. And one of those things, by the way, is gaming. That's why one of the things I really appreciate, and one of life's greatest treasures to me, is people who are really good at what they do, whether it's art, again, or like for example, gaming. This is why, by the way, I love esports competitive games. Not just because of the fact that like oh it's cool, like oh high level gameplay, whatever, but being able to witness in real time what people have put so much time and energy into, and like seeing the result of that is just one of the coolest things to me. I mean, it could be in anything, but like gaming specifically, that's why I like that's why I really enjoy watching esports, because you get to see, because dude, for me an esports competition, or like for example worlds for League or champions for Valorant, is you get to witness what a beautiful thing, dude, which is what happens when you take the best people in the world, dude, all the best people who have put the most time, thought, and energy into what they really care about, and see those things clash against each other, dude. And I just think that that is so amazing. Like the highest level of skill expression. Because I mean, it's one thing to show skill expression through art, but it's another thing to show skill expression through something like competition, and basically involving somebody else, not just solo, but somebody else or other people, I guess, in terms of like a team game. And it's like that's why I fucking love watching competitive games. It's like holy shit, dude, the things people are capable of mechanically, or the things like the plays people can make mentally, the way they think their brains operates. It's just amazing, you know, and I'm sure it's the same with the real sports too, like soccer, football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, baseball, I guess golf if that's your thing, whatever it is. It's so amazing to me, and it's something I really do appreciate. And that's, by the way, why I really value and respect Asian culture. I don't want to sound like I'm obsessed with Japan or something like that, even though I do really admire their culture. It's not because of like the anime or things like that, but what I really admire about Asian culture is their many things, but um, the main thing is their pride and dedication to what they do and what they care about. Because I feel like here in the US, like capitalism has kind of overtaken everything, and it's just like make money, like fit in, and I don't know, it's just like kind of toxic. Basically all of the West just revolves around a social life and looking good, in my opinion, in front of other people. And I mean, it is in your benefit to do so, by the way. That's why it is actually extremely important. Anyone who tells you, by the way, it doesn't matter how you look, is like straight up lying to you. That shit is actually extremely important, and the way you matters looks, or the way you look matters, um, because you will be given more opportunities. People will treat you differently, treat you with more respect, treat you with more kindness, give you more. Just overall, it's just better. But anyways, what I really admire about Asian culture is the fact that they work so hard, and when they care about things, it's like it doesn't matter the money behind it or the capitalism. They do it because, I'm not saying they don't do that here, but they really give it their all, and they really take pride, and they have things like honor. And I just, and I really respect that, and I think it's I don't know, it's just really amazing to me. And yeah. Okay, so I know I went into a lot of different topics and talked a lot about a lot of different things, but I'm not upset at myself for doing that. I also thought I would talk a lot more about more deeper and serious topics, and I didn't. But I'm not upset about that, because another reason why I made this video is because I wanted you guys to be able to get to know me more on a personal level. I don't think I've ever made a video on my channel which is literally just one unedited take, me facing the camera. But I want to have a video like that where if somebody really did like here's the thing. I know nobody's going to watch this video and I don't mind that, but I know that for the one or two people who do decide to watch this video, and for maybe if there exists one person who decides to watch the whole thing, I don't even know if there will be one, but if there is one who's that interested about my life, I want to give them a pretty good idea of who I am, what I care about, and I feel like this isn't like a perfect way to do that, but I am trying to be as open and honest as I can and share a lot about me. And I think that me talking about random ass things that I think are cool is a good way to do that in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know what to say, dude, other than, all right, so look, whenever I talk to people, especially when my hair gets longer, they always tell me to take a haircut, and I get it, and like, holy shit, dude, this is long, and like, I probably do need a haircut. But you know, I really enjoy long hair, and I enjoy growing it out, and also, I I was gonna get a haircut today, fun fact, and I was excited to because in this video I was like, dude, I'm gonna have a fade. I'm gonna look clean and fresh as fuck. It's gonna look amazing for the camera, even though nobody's gonna watch the video, but it'll just be so good, dude. But then I basically I want to try a couple of things with my hair because there's a few things that you can only do with long hair that you can't really do with short hair, and basically I'm someone who likes experimenting and trying new things, and like I ordered a couple of things on Amazon and I want to try them out with the long hair I have right now, a few products as well. It's like I'm just gonna have a little bit more fun with it before I cut it again, you know? Because I did want to get a fade, I think. You know, okay, what I wanted to do was, dude, I definitely want to like get the layers shorter, and like holy shit, dude, the back needs to be way shorter. Like I'm thinking I want to get rid of like most of the back, pretty much all of it, but I want to keep some of the length. I still want to trim it and make it shorter, but I, because the thing is, I feel like when it's too short, then it looks like I'm balding or something, or I don't know, it doesn't feel right. But I definitely don't want it to be as thick, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't really know that much about haircuts. I don't know why I'm talking about it like I do. But yeah, that's one of the side things. Dude, there's so much. It's like right before I record this video, there's a bunch of things where it's like, oh, I could talk about this, I could talk about that. Or like, do I want to make things depressing and talk about this? But it's like, you know what? I think I enjoyed this more, and I think I don't want to get. I know I did get a little bit personal, but I don't want to talk about my love life because I do value respect very highly, and even if I'm not on great terms with people that I used to be, I'm still a man who has honor and pride and respect, and I want to respect those people. So yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it, I guess, unless you're somebody I know really well, or even then, I don't know, dude. Point is, um, yeah, I feel like you guys got to know me. I want to make this video an hour, 59 minutes, I guess, because I feel like it looks bad on the thumbnail, dude. What can I say? What are we at right now? 47, 48 minutes. It looks bad. So you know what? I'm gonna allow myself to ramble for like another 12 minutes. Oh, dude. Maybe I'll talk a bit about my channels, because right before this, actually, I was talking with a couple friends, and it's funny because I was playing Valorant with somebody, and then my boy Junie messaged me, and he was like, "Oh, dude, we're binging," because like I just released a new Valorant video today. It's for Premiere, but he was like, "Oh, we're binging your channel." And we're like, we watch partied, like me and Alexis. He said we watch partied your video, which made me really happy. I always, it always makes me happy when somebody tells me something nice, or that they enjoyed something I've made. And he was like, "Oh, we're going through your old videos. You want to watch with us?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So yeah, the reason why I've said this multiple times, but I'm gonna say it again. The reason why I make videos, as of right now, subject to change. Um, okay, well, a few videos I made only for views, because, you know, I feel like when I really want to like get to the bottom of something, or like crack something, or be good at something, I feel like I can do it. And I feel like a good example of that is like I wanted to beat the YouTube algorithm. So I made a couple of videos that were literally just designed to get views, and then boom, dude, 400K views, like first try. You can like it's not even my content. Like, yeah, okay, you could say that the regular show clip is stolen content, dude, but it's not just a random mass clip that I just threw on there. Every single thing about that video was heavily thought about and planned out, and yeah. Anyways, other than those two videos, I want to have this channel as a way, basically as a time capsule. Because remember, one of my values is making memories with the people I care about and having a way to look back. I used to look back a lot more, by the way. I think nostalgia is a drug, and I think it's very unhealthy if consumed in large amounts. I used to look back all the time, old memories, old screenshots, old conversations. I used to do that shit way too much, but I think that's really, really bad and really unhealthy, so I don't do that anymore. I only do it sometimes, mainly when if I watch an old video. But I want this channel to be a way to show the kind of person I am, to look back, and not only that, but I want this channel to be a way to look at just an ordinary guy who just lives his life and just, I don't know, just a regular gamer who has like some friends he plays with and plays random ass games. Or sometimes wants to get good at a competitive game, so he does that. But yeah, like my videos basically aren't made for views, is what I guess I'm trying to say. And again, that's subject to change because I am gonna buy, I think, Premiere Pro, because I do want to. I've been spending more time learning about Valorant editing, and I have made it. I have edited more, basically put more emphasis and more effort into my edits recently, and I really, with DaVinci Resolve, which is what I'm using right now, but I feel like with Adobe, if I can get good at their products, that can also translate really well into a job if I want to. Although I think I mainly want to do it for a hobby purpose, but it could be beneficial in other ways. Oh, fuck, dude, I'm tired. Talking for an hour to yourself is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It's so unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, dude, last 11 months, I feel like I've really spent time finding myself, TLDR. Last year, me finding myself, what I care about, what my values are. Tried a lot of different new things, experienced a lot of new experiences. Met, which I'm really happy about, I can say this, I met some really cool people, some really amazing people. I always am happy when I get to meet new people and make new friends. And I don't just mean friends that you play games with, but friends that are real friends and genuine friends who you know you can talk to about pretty much anything, and you can go to when you feel like, because I feel like it's really important to have good friends, people you could turn to. But yeah, I feel a lot more confident now, in terms of my values and what's important to me and working towards those things, because I feel like when you're working towards something that you care about, it's it's a lot more meaningful, and not only it's easier to do, but you want to. Like before, I felt like if I was working a job or doing something, I didn't really know why I was doing it. Like making money, like for example, I realized I didn't really care about physical, because money, I was like, I don't really care that much about physical possessions. But now it's like, now I also see money as a tool, and I recognize its power and value, and it's like the things you're able to do with money if you have a lot of it, and how you can use it. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna work hard so I can basically, so I can enjoy my values, which is spending time with other people, which I already am doing. But I don't know, dude. I swear, I'm gonna watch this video and I'm gonna be like, dude, you could have condensed this down to 10 seconds. It's too good, too funny. I'm looking around my room, thinking, what else can I show? You know what? I don't think I'm gonna do the cell phone thing just because I want it to be all one take. But I mean, honestly, guys, if you want to see my room, like just message me and I'll show you some pictures. Or I love talking about art. There are two things. No, there are three things you could ask me about, and if you want to hear a nerd or a guy ramble about something for hours on end, just ask me about art, Pokemon, or games. Specifically, competitive games is the main one. But yeah, art, Pokemon, competitive games, and I will just ramble endlessly about any of those things. So yeah, you can just hit me up. I feel like I don't really need to show and do that. It's just if you want to. And yeah, I feel like doing this in the format of a podcast would also be really fun. I messaged a friend that I wanted to do a podcast with him and a couple other people, like literally 3 months ago, but I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it so I didn't end up making it because it was like, I wasn't really confident in my physical appearance, which I'm still really not, but I felt like this was personal enough of a video that I did want to show my face. And am I gonna cringe at my hair a year, a month from now? Probably, but I don't really care. That's just life, Again, stoic philosophy. Whatever happens, happens. Like, it's all good. We keep moving forward, bro. We keep living. Yeah. Anyways, dude, that's turning 22 alone in California. What a clickbait title, dude. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't have any plans for my birthday. You know what my favorite part? I swear to God, dude, this is why I always tell people or like when I know it's their birthday and it is somebody I care about, I will always, I will always put a lot of effort into making sure their birthday is special because there's nothing really that makes me happier, like not even a gift or anything like that, but just somebody saying happy birthday. Because if somebody says happy birthday to you, that means they thought of you in their head. And like, I feel like it means they care about you and, they put time out of their day, even if it was just 5 seconds to say happy birthday. And that, I don't know, it sounds really dumb or like really cringe, but it just makes you feel special. Or I don't know, it just makes you feel happy. And dude, like, my favorite part about my birthday, and whenever it's August 8th, closing in on midnight, dude, is like I look at my phone, dude, and I just see happy birthday, happy birthday, um, happy B-day. It just makes me happy, dude. So you should always say happy birthday to your friends, family. You should take care of the people you care about, who mean a lot to you, because I think you'll live a happy life. You'll lead a happy life. You'll live a happy life. Just take care of the people who are important to you, dude. That's all you gotta do, and they'll take care of you too. If they hurt you, then dude, I don't know. If they hurt you, then well, yeah, obviously it sucks, but then they hurt you. But I mean, one of the things that my mom actually taught me is nobody can hurt you mentally if you don't allow them to hurt you. Does that make sense? Like somebody could say something really insulting to you and like really or like do an act, maybe not like a physical act in person or like I don't know, they could just do anything to like fuck with you. But at the end of the day, they can't hurt you if you don't let them hurt you in your head. Like it's all mental, bro, is what I'm saying. Because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's all perspective, dude. That's all life is. It's all perspective. Happiness, all of it. That's why people say comparison is the thief of joy, right? Because when you compare yourself to others and you misalign your values with their values, it's like of course you're gonna be unhappy if you value what they value, and then I don't know, it's just really fucked, dude. So just don't worry too much. Take it easy, not too easy. Work hard, um, pursue the things you care about, but just don't worry too much, dude. Life will go on. We're young. If you're watching this, I'm gonna assume you're 25 or younger, maybe even younger. Yeah, dude, screw it. Since this video is gonna be around for a long time, hopefully, probably, maybe. If you're younger than like even 30, 40, fuck it, dude. If you're 50, you're gonna be around for a long time. Life will go on. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna be next year. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna be in a month, but like it's all good, bro. Just don't worry too much. Do not worry. It's all good. Just spend time with the people you care about. Take good care of the people who mean a lot to you. And I don't think you could go wrong, dude. Cause yeah, you know, it's just how it is. It feels really good. It feels really good. I feel like people kind of fear loneliness low key, but I feel like loneliness is something that you kind of need because free time and loneliness is what allows you to really think, have deep thoughts. And I feel like You need to have those times, you know? Sometimes I feel like people fear loneliness, but all right, yeah, peace out, guys. Thanks for hanging out on my birthday. Let me know if you have any questions about anything or want to see any of this cool art back here or any of my cards. I love giving people a video towards of my cards. Adios. Have a nice night.